day, I was actually in a space talking about my experience. I had a black person come in the space and say, Pearl, what happened to you? And I'm like, what do you mean, what happened to me? Black people, that's what happened to me. I'm like, what up, guys? Welcome to my reaction series. So on this channel, I have covered black fatigue a lot. The last 20, 30 years, white people have just heard how awful we are. And we're just kind of tired of it. We're sick of black people coming into our neighborhoods. It's like nobody asked you to have to come into our neighborhoods at our institutions, but you said we want to be let in. So we said, fine, come in. And then they come in and they say you're terrible. So this has now led to Gen Z being very racist, and I think it's kind of funny. But some people are soft, so let's see what the Gen Zers say.
Honest truth about why probably most Gen Z white people are racist is because black people treated us like shit for no reason.
Yeah, and this happened to me. Now, I'll tell you three different instances where I tried to help, or I would say I was courteous to a black person. So, long time ago, I brought on Nick F onto my show, and when I brought him onto my show, Nick F is like, they say he's a white supremacist. I talked to him for 3 hours. I don't think he is. That was my experience interviewing him. I thought he was a nice guy when I interviewed him. And what happened was, at the time, I had a 100% black staff. Now, mind you, the staff that were from actual Africa had no problem. They said racism. You're not racist, whatever. But I had a co-host that was first generation. He came from he was British, like black, right? And long story short, he made a video accusing me of trying to take footage of black people and holding it over their heads. And by the way, his evidence for this was me at a birthday party, and there was like it was like mostly black people. There's a few white people there, and the white people were filming like for Instagram stories at the party. And the party, it was so crazy because I'm kind of going to go on a tirade. This was a whiteboard party. So I said, hey guys, I wasn't even drinking. I say, guys, come over. You can give a presentation on anything. And I'll tell you the presentation that got me that I don't know. He said I was trying to hold over someone's head. There was a guy at the party, and again, these are supposed to be funny presentations. But mine was the things that men cap about: one, money; two, money. I just kind of went on, and the guy said, women always say small dick energy, small dick energy. Well, am I small or are you loose? And everyone's cracking up, but we're putting this for Instagram stories. He comes out and like accused me and this other guy of holding footage over black people's head. I was like, what? And it was the most concocted thing ever. And then he says, Pearl has a colonial mindset. I'm like, a colonial? Are you kidding me? This is a grown man. This is a grown man. Now, I didn't see this coming. I thought this guy and I were friends. Now, this caused, I basically, you know, I got canceled like amongst like black YouTube or whatever. And if black YouTube wants to go away, I don't care anymore. You guys, after this, you guys are done. Leave. Bye. Um, but long story short, this is going to be a long story. Actually, I'm not going to make it short. Two other YouTubers that we had them on our show. We took them out to dinner. They drank our alcohol, had our food. We treated them really well. They had to denounce me. One of them I even let stay at my family's house. Isn't that crazy? And then for money, because he got too much pressure from his audience, he had to denounce me. And for years, he just kind of grifted off of me. And then he would accuse me of saying things I never said. Like he accused me. He took an out of context clip and said I made fun of his cancer. Do you understand how serious of an accusation that was? And it doesn't matter because it's like what they'll do is these people, these are like the scum of the earth human beings, YouTubers and entertainers. But anyways, another one stole something from me. And it was like someone that worked for me. And it was just like one after the other after the other. And I'm like, congratulations. I wasn't racist before, but you guys are making it real hard not to be. And it's unfortunate because do you know what I mean? Like some of the people that were around during this, and this was really, I was bawling my eyes out when this happened because I never thought they would do that to me. But the black people that did not choose to go down this path, and were like, colonial minds, like, what the fuck are you talking about? And it was even more insulting because the guys that worked for me, they were saying, oh, Pearl's like a colonizer. I'm like, really? But anyways, this guy put people on camera that weren't like public. It was just crazy. It was so crazy. And it's so unfortunate because men like these men, um, they make it hard for black people in general.
Y'all's millennial parents raised you to be racist to white people. And so you go out into the world treating white people like crap, and you're shocked to your freaking core when white people don't like you. And black people like to act like this just doesn't make any sense. They're like, we've treated...
Now, the other thing, yeah, someone in the comments was talking about BLM. BLM completely manipulated white people. And again, I remember when I was in school, there was a guy that said he was like targeted by the police, blah, blah, blah. But he was drinking underage, or he had women over that were drinking underage. And they would throw parties all the time. And then he was like, oh no, they're not allowed to come in. I'm like, yeah, they are if it smells like weed, and you guys smoke weed all the time. But it's just like over and over and over again. White people are done. We are done. We are done with it. There was a case, I think, in Michigan of this guy that said he was targeted by police. The footage comes out and nothing happened.
Young white people like shit for their entire life. I wonder why they're growing resentment. But if a black person experiences racism for their entire life, which is not even probably 1% of what white people experience, black people don't even get real racism. Okay,
And the other day, I was actually in a space talking about my experience. I had a black person come in the space and say, Pearl, what happened to you? And I'm like, what do you mean, what happened to me? Black people, that's what happened to me. I'm like, you guys want me to apologize for the experience I had? So I had a negative experience more than once, actually in different countries. This happened. And because the people that did this to me, American black, British black, and not the people from Africa. One of the guys that said he was colonized, his grandma grew up under like colonial, like she was from a part of Africa that was actually colonized. Anyways, I'm like, what? You want me to apologize for the experience I had? Okay.
People are the ones who experience racism. The black people get like the minute racism and they're like freaking out. White people just deal with it. It's pattern recognition, man. It comes from somewhere. You gotta accept accountability. The honest...
Yeah. All right, guys. Let me know in the comments. Have you had a similar experience, or am I just? And I got no hatred in my heart, but at some point, you get burned enough time, you become bitter. I feel how you guys feel about women. I feel the same way about them too. Anyways, guys, make sure you like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Please ring that notification bell. Don't forget, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. All right, we got women complaining after divorce. We got 2 more left. What up, guys? Welcome to my reaction series. Today, actually, I'm gonna finish and then I'll come back in like 30 minutes.